He's out to the outside.
Oh, he's outside, that's for sure.
He's going to go for the touchdown on the opening kickoff. Bobby Sanders goes the distance. The Colonels, it appeared, had him closed off, but he found a little seam on the outside, and there was no one to catch him.
Right, absolutely nothing. I don't know who the Christian County Colonel safety man was, but he's nowhere in sight. And with 11:46 in the opening quarter, the kickoff is returned by Sanders, a well-known name in the Marshall County area. He's the son of a former longtime coach at Marshall County High School, Doc Sanders, and his son runs one back down this sideline untouched, and Marshall County is up 6-0.
Justin Locke will be on attack on the PAT. Snaps down, kick is up, it's long and it's good. And just like that, Marshall County jumps out to a 7-0 lead over the Christian County Colonels, and this is a huge game as far as the 4A Region 1 District 1 standings go. Marshall County right now, they're in a district tie with Henderson County for the top spot. Christian County is 2 games back, tied with Apollo. So the Colonels, if they have any hopes of getting a home field advantage in the playoffs, not home field advantage, but a first-round game in the playoffs at home, they need to win tonight. And there's still an outside shot that they could even win the district championship, but they have to win this game.
Well, that's a real outside shot, winning the district championship. Right now we've got, what, Henderson County 1, who's number 2? Apollo's 3, number 4. Yeah, Marshall,
County
of course.
and Henderson are tied for the top spot.
They're the top 2, and then Apollo and Christian. Of course, 4 teams go to the playoffs. So Christian County is jockeying for position. Apollo is fading just a bit. They want to win some football games, as Christian County does, to maybe surpass them to get a 3rd place finish in a home game in their first playoff game. So this is a big football game.
Squib kick is knocked around, picked up by the Colonels, and taken out by Travis Ebling. Gets out to about the 26-yard line.
34, Travis Ebling, one of the upbacks, does take the little squib kick by Marshall County and returns it for about 5 yards. And Christian County will have their opening possession of this football game from the Stadium of Champions. As you mentioned, a big district region matchup. And with 11:39, they're going the offensive side of the ball.
Here's a look at the starting lineup for the Colonels in the backfield. Of course, quarterback Billy Sweet, the junior. The fullback is Michael Lester. Also in the backfield will be Corey Hudson. Pitch comes back to Lester. He tries to get to the outside looking for a block. Turns it up and has about 4 yards on first down. Also in that backfield, well, Corey Hudson will be the wing back. You'll have tight end Jason McKinney. Also, Randall Quintero will play some tight end. Center is Matt Baker. The guards are Stephen Armstrong and James Bostic. And the tackles, Stephen Banks and Josh Pollard. And also, DeMarcus Bateman will be the split in. Of course, he was the hero last week against the Hoptown Tigers in Christian County's come-from-behind victory in overtime. Pitch comes to the near side to Lester. And Marshall County does a great job of pursuing the football. And that play goes for no gain.
All right, Christian County on both of these first 2 offensive plays in this series has gone with a trips formation. The first one back away from us to the left and back this way. They're lining up with a tight end, a wing back, and then a flanker to this side. 3 receivers for a trips formation, and they've tried to run a sweep into that, and they're trying to more or less outnumber Marshall County defensively, but 2 downs, they've accumulated some 5 yards, so it's 3rd down and 5 for Christian County. They come back with that same formation into this short side of the field.
3rd down and 5. Colonels try to go straight ahead, and they'll be well short of a first down.
Colonels do go with the trips formation into the short side of the field there. Put one of those trips men in motion back to wide side, and then run a little dive play up inside for, as you mentioned, a short gainer. They will punt the football to the Marshall County Marshals. Marshall County comes into tonight's football game with a 6-1 record on the season. That one loss being a loss in the 2nd week of the season, 17-7 to an undefeated Mayfield Cardinal football team.
So Sanders coming up and catching it. Lester's punt on the slide, and Marshall County will have good field position. They'll have the ball on about the 41-yard line.
Excellent field position. They'll like to keep the football on the ground, They'll run wings to both sides and go with the one back set. You'll see them line up with a little wishbone, but they're pretty much a straight ahead football team, and will play power football. They do go with the one back set with wings to both sides. And run the dive up inside there for looks like maybe 1 yard gain.
Keep it on the ground, the fullback, number 35, Tony Bevel, and he gets a short gain on the play. That'll bring up 2nd down and 9.
Get a look at that county defensive unit there, number 44 calling the defensive signals. That's Corey Hudson, one of the linebackers. Looks like in the secondary, Anthony Smith, Michael Lester, DeMarcus Bateman, and George Riddick.
This will be Morgan to the outside. Nice tackle on the play. That time for the Colonels, number 22, George Riddick came up and made the stick.
George Riddick, a junior performer for these Christian County Colonels, playing the corner back away from us. Also see him some on the offensive side there in that backfield, run the tailback.
Marshall County's only lost once this year, and that was to Mayfield, 17-7.
In a football game that they had lots of good field position. And to put another gauge on them, they also beat a fine Paducah Tillman team 13-3. So it's an excellent football team.
They'll put it up on 3rd down over the middle. This is complete. 1st down for the Marshalls as Morgan makes the grab. Pass that from Gary Rockney is complete.
Gary Rockney, the great grandson of Newt Rockney. You heard of him, hadn't you?
I've heard of him.
He's the guy that said win one for the Gipper, wasn't he? Of course, I mentioned that to Ivan Baker today, and he said Newt Rockney didn't really say that, so, you know. Ivan
he gets credit for it.
Ivan might have been there, as far as I know.
Rockney keeping it around the right side, breaks into the secondary, and he has a 1st down for Marshall County at about the 36-yard line in Christian County territory.
He runs one for the Gipper and another 1st down, the second 1st down of this offensive set of downs. So you look at that sideline, Coach Dan Goebel, head man for the Christian County Colonels.
So Marshall County already up 7-0, facing 1st down and 10, just outside the 35. Morgan around the right side. He's into the secondary. He has about 9. Finally tackled by Bateman.
Little reverse there for, as you mentioned, a 9-yard gain. It puts them down inside the Colonel 30-yard line, about the 27-yard line, as we see McKay, or Fears, number 51 defensive end, lead the football game. He's replaced by number 84, Matt Means.
I remember last week against Hoptown, Christian County had a very bad first half and got down by 20 points. They don't want that to happen again. Straight ahead, this is Bevel breaking free. He's down inside the 15-yard line, and that'll be another Marshall County 1st down.
As we see Matt Baker, he's into the ball game. He's going to be playing some linebacker. He will replace number 34, Travis Ebling.
Marshall's coming out of the wishbone this time. And a gain of maybe 2 yards on the play.
Stopped there by Baker.
Sanders got the carry.
And Riddick, along with a little help from Anthony Smith, number 2. 6:33 remaining in the opening quarter of this football game from the Stadium of Champions. Marshall County Marshalls versus the Christian County Colonels. Matt Baker, number 56, calling those defensive signals for Christian County.
Second down and 8. Flags come in. Play is blown dead.
I think that will probably be a procedure call to go against Marshall County. They will mark 5 against them. That is the call. And they will be facing a 2nd down and a little less than 15 yards with 6:12 remaining in the first quarter. They do lead in the game. Marshall County 7-0 over the Christian County Colonels. Across the front there for Christian County. McKinney at one defensive end, Matt Means at the other. DeAndre Reeves is the nose tackle. Banks and Bostic are the defensive tackles.
Pitch comes back to Morgan. He's breaking free, and he's down inside the 10 to about the 7. Marshall County, a very fundamentally sound team.
You look at the sidelines there. Coach Greg Cavanaugh, defensive coordinator for Christian County, along with defensive backfield coach Ben Gore.
Third down and 3 for the Marshalls. Nice play by the Colonels. They'll be short of the first down. Sanders with the carry.
Looks like McKinney and Anthony Smith comes up from the cornerback spot to put the stop on him. The clock continues to run. We're under 5 minutes in the first quarter.
Looks like Marshall County will attempt the field goal. Let's see where they spot this one. It'll be about a 26-yard attempt. Justin Locke be on to kick it. Jeremy Reed will hold, and Marshall County wants a timeout.
They want a timeout because somebody was the late arriver, the old number 76 there.
4:44 left to go in the first quarter. Let's take a timeout also. Goal attempt from 26 yards wide to the left, so the score remains Marshall County 7, Christian County nothing, with 4:40 left to play in the first quarter. Christian County first down and 10, ball on the 20. Michael Lester in the backfield. You'll see him get a lot of work tonight because Damian Level was injured against Hoptown and will not play tonight. Smith in motion. Lester, nice gain out across the 25-yard line on first down. That's the 4th straight carry for Lester. Bateman brings the play in.
As you see, it's second down and 5 with 4:15 remaining in this opening quarter. I missed a field goal attempt. What happened?
He hooked it left. Here comes Lester again. He's running hard. He has the first down out across the 32-yard line.
Michael Lester, 6 foot, 185 pounds, and a senior two-way performer for the Christian County Colonels, running from that fullback spot. As you mentioned, 5 consecutive runs by Michael Lester as the Colonels come out with the wing to the short side. Lester the lone back.
Smith in motion. Lester comes in the pass pattern, makes the, they got it knocked loose. Hit on the play by Tony Bevel. Lester was open momentarily, and Sweet made a pretty good pass, but the contact was almost immediately after Lester touched the football.
Right, nice defensive plays. There's Michael Lester. They try to hit him in the flats as he lines up in that fullback spot. They faked a little dive, the play action to him, tried to hit him. And just a nice defensive play by the Marshall County Marshals.
On second down, Lester straight ahead. He's out to the 38-yard line.
Nice blocking up front by the right side of this Christian County offensive line.
So this is a different game plan. Michael Lester's been involved in every single offensive play so far.
Well, as you mentioned there, you get a look at the replay. Good effort by Michael Lester. Third down and 4 yards to go for Christian County. Defensively, Marshall lines up in the 50 front.
Smith in motion. And Lester again in Marshall County right there to stop it. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Michael Lester stopped on the 3rd and 4 run as he runs for his 7th consecutive run and 1 pass attempt. So
and a couple of punts and a kickoff.
Couple of punts and a kickoff.
Nice high kick. Sanders comes up on it. calls the fair catch at the 34-yard line.
And Marshall County will have their second offensive possession of this football game with 2 minutes and 30 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Offensive line for Marshall County, very big across the front there. They've got Riley, 5'8", 225 pounds, will be the center. Nelson at 6'2", 270 is a right guard. Blanchard, 6'3", 250, the right tackle. Byers, 6'3", 210 is a tight end on that right side. The other way they go Gibbs at 235, Sanderson at 265, and the other tight end 160. So a big group up front.
Good defensive play by the Colonels that time. Sanders tried to come from his wingback spot and hit upfield.
By Corey Hudson, along with a little assistance from number 55, DeAndre Reeves.
2 minutes, 12 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Marshall County leading by a score of 7-0.
I know.
Second down and 10 from the shotgun this time. Rockney handles a high snap, floats it out, pass broken up, and it may have been caught. No, incomplete.
You know, I'm a little embarrassed by Dr. James Jury's hospitality. You know, we here in the South like to talk about that Southern hospitality. Well, as you know, he's a Ohio native, and he's been very hospitable to us up at the press box, wouldn't you say? You know, as tonight we've been provided with a few
drinks
concessions,
and hot dogs,
drinks, hot dogs, and all those kind of things. And we do want to give thanks to Dr. Jim Jury, superintendent of the Christian County Schools, for that hospitality.
Screen pass is set up, but the Colonels read it perfectly. Anthony Smith comes up and makes the hit.
And the Colonels hold defensively. And the Marshall County punting team will arrive with 1:39 in the opening quarter, and they do lead in this game as a result of a Sanders kickoff return on the opening kickoff of this football game. And they do lead 7-0.
Donald Davis punts it away. Bateman is back, and he's going to let it bounce out of bounds at about the 33-yard line. So that's where Christian County will set up on offense. Their third offensive possession tonight.
They do come up with a nice field position there, trailing 7-0. And the Colonel offensive unit and Michael Lester take the field. Colonel's a little short in that backfield, as we did mention. Damian Level, their leading rusher, and going into last week, one of the top 10 rushers in the state, is out with an Achilles injury.
They fake it to Lester, give it to Smith. He gains his balance after the initial hit, but he'll still be thrown for a loss.
Number 2, Anthony Smith, comes back from his wing back position. Tries to go wide side there. Nice defensive stop by the Marshals as you get a look at number 2, Anthony Smith.
Riddick comes into the game. Lester will check out. It's Matt Baker, number 56, the starting center for the Colonels. 4-year starter for Christian County. Second down and 10. Smith in motion. Sweet wants to pass it, puts it up. Bateman's out there, makes the grab. That's a first down, and he is stuck at the 50-yard line.
Nice pass and catch from Billy Sweet to DeMarcus Bateman. Of course, everybody knows about the great game DeMarcus Bateman had last week in the big comeback that the Colonels pulled off over the Hopkinsville Tigers. After being behind in that football game at 20-0 at halftime, they come back in the second half and put 27 unanswered points on the board as a result of a couple nice catches and runs by DeMarcus Bateman. They win that game 27-20 in overtime.
This is Riddick plowing his way for some tough yards.
Nice
inside
job.
the 45.
Nice run by George Riddick. Not much air up front. He changes directions and bangs his way for a pretty good little gainer. Will be second down and about 2 yards to go for the Colonels. Matt Baker, 56, breaks huddle.
Second down and 4, and the first quarter rather, comes to an end. 7-0, Marshall County leading. We'll be champions. Brian Yon along with Mickey Fowler. You're watching high school football on TV 43. Second down and 4 for the Colonels. Pitch comes back. Here's Riddick. Finds a seam, and he is gone.
Oh, see you later, baby. Old 2-2 for 6 down in the end zone there. And the Christian County Colonels answer as they run the little sweep into this short side with a nice block from number 73, Stephen Banks. And with 11:51 remaining in this first half, Riddick goes for the distance and a Christian County touchdown, 7-6. Michael Lester on to attempt the extra point. Excellent block as you're going to look at the run there. Excellent block by Stephen Banks, and then he trails it and says, hey, I can run with you too. Make the block and run with you. And old George puts on the burners, and 7-6.
Lester on the tack on the PAT. It's up, and it's no good. Wide to the left. So Christian County cuts that lead down to 1 point at 7-6 on a 43-yard touchdown run by George Riddick.
Colonels do go on that play. It went with the trips formation, the one that they've lined up in a few times tonight with the tight end, wing back, and a split receiver or a flanker to this side, and then run the sweep into it, pull Big Banks, the offensive tackle, and he gets an excellent block out here. You know, I'm sure we got that. I'm sure Hawkeye Allen got a shot of that.
Yeah, Hawkeye had been the only man that could have made a play on Riddick after he got about 5 yards down the field.
We could call him Fish Eye Allen after he put that fine fish spread on tonight. So, you know, we're going to be eating fish and hot dogs. I may even give me some popcorn on the way.
Give John Anderson some credit for that fish he brought out
Anderson,
tonight.
Was he the fisherman?
He brought the catfish. I don't think he caught him, but...
Man. I hope he didn't get him up off the bank. I hope he caught him. They were mighty good, though.
Lester will kick it away. Of course, Sanders returned one all the way on the opening kickoff, and this will be him at the 10-yard line as a wall of blockers in front of him. One man to beat, and Bateman makes the tackle. But Marshall County with pretty good field position once again. Christian County trails at 7-6, 11:43 left to play in this first half. 4A district game. Colonel's trying to fight for a home game in the playoffs. Marshall County trying to stay in first place in the district. Henderson County and Apollo are playing tonight.
Colonels defensively have had a good football game. I think the first offensive worst the Marshall scored on the opening kickoff, but their first offensive possession, they marched the length of the field, put about 3 or 4 first downs together, and then missed the field goal attempt. But up inside, the yardage has been tough for Marshall County, so that inside group of DeAndre Reeves, Bostic, and Banks doing their job, along with linebackers Hudson and Baker.
Sanders goes in motion. He takes it. Nice hole up the middle, and he has a first down inside the 45.
As I mentioned, the Colonel's doing an excellent job in the middle there.
Spoke too soon.
Big hole up front. And a Marshall County first down.
Well, Christian County is larger than most teams they play, but Marshall County matches them right across that line. First down and 10. Just a short gain on the play. Matt Baker, number 56, taking the defensive signals from the sideline.
Of course, we do have a special guest in the press box with us tonight. If you hear that extra voice, what's that boy's name? Tyler Young. Only reason I put up with you is because I like him.
second down. Sanders in motion. Rockney keeps it. He'll be about 2 yards short of a first down.
He is going to be a little bit short as we do hit the 10-minute mark of this first half. It's going to be third down, and they mark him real short there. Third down and a long 2 yards in Christian County territory. That football on about the 37-yard line.
Well, Marshall County for a number of years there, they were mainly known as a basketball school, but the last few years, Coach Jim Shelton, they've kind of taken a lot of that thunder from the basketball program over there.
You know, they have. They've decided on a system. You know, they're going to run the football. And whoa, nice pitch.
Pitch comes back. That'll be close to the first down.
It's going to be a first down because the man had to drop the marker over there. Christian County may get a break here. It looks like they may be marking that thing inches short. Would be my suspicion. That's with the naked eye. I mean, you have those binoculars. How does it look to you?
Inches short. It's Ben Gore on the sidelines.
And he thinks it's feet short. Coach Greg Kavanaugh sends in those defensive signals. Baker will call them. And it is going to be a 4th and inches for Marshall County on the Christian County Colonel 35-yard line as they lead in the game 7-6 with 9:25 remaining in the first.
And they plow straight ahead. Now it'll be a first down for the Marshalls.
First down, Marshall County. They line up in the wishbone set, something you don't see a lot of in high school football. Went through a period back in the 70s and 80s and had a lot of football teams running that excellent running formation, and they've stuck with it, and they will also go with the one back set in the wings. But it's power football, and they do go with that on the 4th down and get a Marshall County first down.
Rockney. Whistles come in as Rockney gives it off to Morgan.
And that will be a procedure call to go against the Marshalls. And they will mark 5 off against them, and the play will stop. So it's going to be first down and 15 yards to go for the Marshalls.
Rockney wants to put it up. He's being pressured. Throws it out there. Nice catch. Short gain on the play.
He's going to be just a little bit shy of back to the original line of scrimmage there as Anthony Smith, number 2, comes up and makes the stop.
Jeremy Reed with the reception that time.
Second down and 11 yards to go. Quarterback Rockney. It's hard to tell from this distance, but he's a big kid, 6'3" and 180 pounds. So
hands it off. This is Bevel. Looks for a block outside, cuts it back up, and the Colonels drop him for a loss on the play.
Well, almost what you would call very close to the old Statue of Liberty play there is Marshall County does go into the shotgun formation and tries to run back away from us to the wide side of the field. And number 13, McKinney, does an excellent job of turning it back inside and stopping them. And they will be now facing third down, about 14 yards to go. Clock at 7:46.
Rockney back out of the shotgun, floats it over the middle, and this ball just a little bit long. Goes incomplete, and the Colonel's defense holds.
Too much, a little overthrow there. I think maybe a little confusion in those patterns as Marshall County had 2 receivers running side by side. 4th down and 15 yards to go. Marshall County on the Christian County 34-yard line.
So 4th down. Marshalls will punt it away. Now check that. Rockney's going to go for it from the shotgun. Looking. Throws it deep, has a man out there, and it's broken up.
Nice defensive play by number 2 on the far sideline. Little Anthony Smith comes up and now, or is that Michael Lester?
That's
Michael Lester. 3 looked like a 2. Michael Lester, an excellent play by him on the far sideline. Not much to gain by Marshall County, as only on a 35-yard line. Not much gain in them punting the football. A little far for the field goal attempt, so they do go for it on the 4th down, and the Colonels stop them, and they will be taking over on the about the 34-yard line. 1st down, Christian County.
Smith in motion. Lester straight ahead, fights for some tough yards.
The one back set, and they give it up on the dive play to Michael Lester, number 3, for, as you mentioned, about a 2-yard gainer. 7:21 remaining in the half. Billy Sweet, the quarterback for Christian County. Defensively, Marshall County will line up in a 5-2 or a 4-4.
Lester looking to get outside, looks for a block, turns the corner.
Been better in the pros, but you know, everybody has a speed.
Block out there by number 73, Stephen Banks. And a big gainer for the Christian County Colonels.
Let's see where they spot this. So we have a timeout on the field. They want to bring the chains out and see if he did pick up the 1st down. .6:57 left to play in the 1st half. Colonels are down by a point. Next week we'll be over at Governor Stadium, Clarksville Academy taking on Davidson Academy. The Cougars having another fine season, coming off a state runner-up finish last year.
Always a lot of fun when we take it to the Queen City.
And then we'll close it out here back at Stadium of Champions on the final weekend, as Christian County will take on Caldwell County. So Christian County does get the 1st down. Colonel's starting to get a little confidence on offense now. Lester straight ahead. He has to fight for about 3 yards.
Oh, Michael Lester. A little extracurricular activity between old number 80 for Marshall County. Robert Byers. He jostles number 48, Randall Quintero, just a bit. So that may be fun to watch the next couple plays. Quintero, the tight end, to the short side of the field.
Lester can't find any running room. This is going to bring up 3rd down. And it looks to be about 6 yards.
The 3rd down and 6 to go. Yeah, long 6 for the Colonels. Across the front there for Christian County is Quintero, Banks, Bostic, Baker, Armstrong, and Pollard.
Smith in motion. Sweet wants to pass it, has he's tied in over the middle. This is McKinney. He could go all the way. Touchdown.
Touchdown, the little dump pass to tight end Jason McKinney, number 13, for Christian County. Colonel touchdown with 5:33 remaining in the 1st half. They take the lead 12-7 over the 6-1 undefeated in district play Marshall County Marshals.
Going for the two-point conversion. It's stopped. Smith is stopped at about the 1 yard line. So Sweet hooks up with McKinney for the touchdown. That gives Christian County the lead at 12-7. The two-point conversion fails, but the Colonels have the lead now at 12-7. So 5:35 left to go in the second. Christian County doesn't. There's another look at the replay. McKinney bobbles it, makes the grab, and shows pretty good speed running through that secondary.
Nothing there after he does make the catch.
So Christian County on top now by 5 points. Lester will kick it off to the always dangerous Bobby Sanders. Christian County has played well in this first half outside of that opening kickoff and that first drive when Marshall County missed the field goal. The defense has been tough. And this is a Marshall County defense that held Michael Hanley to only 50 yards last week. Hanley, of course, the All-State candidate running back from Owensboro Apollo. Kickoff is short, but Marshall County gets it out to about the 37-yard line.
Right, they held him to some 56 yards in that football game, and he's the number 2 rushing back in the state of Kentucky in this week's statistics. So they did an excellent job defensively to stop him. Cardinals get the touchdown run on the little sweep to George Riddick and come back with a little dump pass to 13 McKinney. And they have 2 on the board, 12-7, do lead over Marshall County.
Pass is complete over the middle. That'll be a first down for the Marshalls at the 49-yard line.
Pass into the hook zones there, working on those Christian County Colonel linebackers.
Rockney that time hit Wes Teckenbrock.
The second time that has been opened. Teckenbrock, 6'2" and 170 pounds, and a senior for Marshall County. Ebling and Hudson are the linebackers for the Colonels.
Big hole on the left side. And this is going to be a touchdown for Marshall County as Morgan goes the distance. Jared Morgan.
Right up the gut there for a long touchdown. With 5:02, Marshall County answers with a touchdown of their own, and they take the lead over the Christian County Colonels 13-12.
Well, they had 3 actually all the touchdowns in this game have been over 40 yards. Clock will be on attack on the PAT. Well, that's a tremendous hole on the left side there for Marshall County. They'll go for the 2-point conversion.
I don't know if you could call that hole just on the left side. That covered the whole defensive side. That man could run all day.
It's complete over the middle. Rockney this time hooks up with Philip Ladd.
And Marshall County goes for the 2-point conversion with 5:02 remaining in the half. As we see Hawk Allen working down in that end zone for an excellent shot.
He may be cramping up from that catfish.
Could be. That was really good fish, but first time I ever eat it with the heads on it. Wasn't bad though.
No. Took it long enough, it's pretty good.
Oh yeah.
Everything was fine except that first batch of hush puppies. I don't know if you noticed that, but...
Did I notice it? The first batch, if you remember, I was the last man to arrive. That was the only batch left, was that first batch. Who was responsible for that?
I think they had the fryer a little hot on that one. Or he may have just cooked him that way for
He
you.
could be, could be.
Bateman is the deep man for the Colonels. Squib kick. This will be picked up by Smith. He goes straight ahead. And he coughed it up. And it's recovered by Marshall County.
The squib kick by the Marshall County Marshals. So you see a lot of football squads doing that now, and then I think they probably anticipate Damian Level being back in that secondary somewhere in that receiving core to receive that kickoff, but they do squib it. Anthony Smith does an excellent job of returning that thing right back up the middle, but does fumble the football, and a big break for Marshall County as they take over on the 40. They go with the wishbone. And they're stopped on the backside there by number 51, Fears. Just try to run the option play. The triple option is what they're attempting to run. Back short side, fake it to the fullback, pulled it, had the option coming down the end. And Fears does a good job of coming up and putting a stop on the quarterback. Second down and 11 yards to go, 4:27 remaining in the first half.
Yeah, Morgan had the big touchdown run. He also had the fumble recovery on the kickoff. Another big hole right side. And that'll be a first down for Marshall County and a lot more.
Michael Lester comes up with the touchdown saving stop.
Sanders with the carry.
Colonel send number 52, Stephen Armstrong, 5'11" and 235 pounds, into the football game, along with McKinney as he replaces number 84, Matt Means. Defensive ends for Christian County, or they kind of rotate them in there, Means, Fears, and McKinney.
Sanders gets stacked up, short gain on the play.
Bostic on the stop for Christian County.
Second down. Wishbone set now. Rockney puts it up. He's got a man wide open, but the pass is a little bit long.
That's back to the old Teckenbrock, West Teckenbrock, 6'2", 175 pounds. Wide open. In that Colonel secondary, just an overthrow by Rockney.
Third down now. Rockney looking to put it up, gets pressured, gets free, but the Colonels stop him right at about the line of scrimmage, and that'll bring up fourth down. It'll be fourth down and about 8 for Christian County, or rather for Marshals.
Right on the Christian County 24-yard line. Looks like Matt Baker comes up with either cramp or foot injury or some kind of injury. We'll have to look and see as to whether he can return or not. Fourth down and 8 to go. Marshall County will go for it.
Rockney over the middle, it's complete, and that's a first down. Nice catch that time.
Just a slant pattern back inside there, and they catch it over the middle as Rockney throws a very nice football. And a Marshall County first down inside the Christian County 15 down to about the 12-yard line. First down right there with 2 minutes and 34 seconds now remaining in the first half. Marshall's in the lead 15-12.
Philip Ladd with the good hands that time. Sanders gets to about the 10.
Gets about 2 yards. Back off to the left there is down inside the 20. Marshall County elects to go with the wishbone set. or the full house backfield, 2 tight ends, and runs the power game back off to the left. 4-2, second down and 8 to go.
Pitch comes back to Morgan. Trying to cut to the outside. He's in a race with Lester, and Lester slams him, but he has a first down. They'll spot this at about the 1-yard line.
Big
Between
gainer.
the 1 and the 2.
Big gainer, and I think it's probably going to be a first down. First down and goal to goal. Stephen Banks comes in to kind of shore up that defensive unit, all 270 pounds of him. That time Marshall County went with the 2 tight ends, a full set in the backfield, ran a little toss sweep, a power sweep more or less, with two people leading. They get a good block on the defensive end, and Michael Lester comes up in the secondary and makes the stop on about the 1. First down, Marshall County.
First down and goal. Rockney gives it on the right side. Morgan spins his way to the end zone. And Marshall County goes up 21-12.
Morgan, number 6, goes off tackle for another Marshall County touchdown, as they do jump up 21-12 over Christian County with 1:42 remaining in the first half.
Rock will try to tack on the PAT. Snap's good, the kick is up, it's high, and it is also good. So Marshall County opens up a 10-point lead over Christian County.
.142 remaining in the first half, and as you mentioned, 22-12.
Matt Baker down on the sidelines for the Colonels.
You're right, Lydia Vanderfort.
Dr. Sweet working on him.
Will tend to that injury along with Dr. Sweet. As Hawk moves in for one of his excellent sideline shots.
Now Marshall County down 12-7 and scored back-to-back touchdowns on the Colonels to take that 10-point lead. Be sure to stay with us tonight. We have an abbreviated press box coming up tonight. We'll have Newswatch at 10. Press box at approximately 10:15, 10:10, somewhere in that neighborhood. And then we'll have UK's Midnight Madness practice coming up at 10:30 tonight. It'll be live from Lexington. Bateman, he's hit,
another fumble,
recovered by the Marshals. So the Colonels have fumbled the kickoff back-to-back, and Marshall County has excellent field position once again.
Marcus DeMarcus Bateman returns it right up the gut there and was stuck. Big hit by somebody in Marshall County and just jarred it loose. And as you said, their second consecutive fumble on the kickoff, and Marshall County will have excellent field position inside the Colonel 20-yard line with 1:36 remaining in the first half. Injured man down for the Marshall County Marshals. Number 44, I think, is who that might be.
Yeah, special teams has really been the difference tonight. Christian County has fumbled twice on kickoffs and then given up a kickoff return for a touchdown.
Right.
Christian County and Marshall County. Sanders, just a short gain on the play.
He stopped there by number 22, George Riddick.
So that'll bring up second down and 9. Rockney over the middle. And his receiver can't pull it in. Tried to go to Ladd once again. Ladd has been his favorite target once he gets down inside that 20. Matt Means, number 84, into the game.
Part of that defensive end rotation for the Colonels. 56 seconds remaining
Means had an interception against the Tigers last week.
Big interception against those Hopkinsville Tigers, as the Colonels did make the big comeback, and his interception and his play from that defensive end post was a big factor in that game.
Nice hole on the left side. Driving down inside the 5-yard line. Marshall County with the first down.
They're going to mark it on about the 3-yard line, and with 48 seconds, it will be a Marshall County first down. Right there is the chain gang on the far sideline.
Jeremy Reed, left side and down near the goal line.
Right as we are back there, third down inside. 20 seconds remaining.
Down under 20 now.
Marshall County trying to get this last touchdown off third down and goal to go.
Rockney straight ahead. Tries to push it in. Let's see if he gets it. If he didn't get it, that will be the last play of the half. The clock shows 0. Christian County trying to get to the locker room. Poor ball management that time and clock management by the Marshals, and they do not get the touchdown.
Very poor clock management. Coach Jim Shelton on the far sideline says, "What the hey is going on here? Man, we've got the ball." They're not going. They're bringing the Colonels back.
Well, they got the football spotted in the end zone.
Yeah, really.
Yeah. So what was the call?
If you spot it in the end zone, I hate to say, you're going to call it one thing. As the Marshall County had a first down on the 3-yard line.
Clock shows 0. Christian County's trying to get their team to get off the field.
With 34 seconds remaining, they run 4 plays.
Let's see what the deal is. They're getting a timeout. Goebel is giving the official.
They were obviously out of timeouts because they didn't get a timeout. The Christian County Colonels are going to come back, and evidently they're going to run one more play, and that football that was spotted in the end zone has now been, somebody moved it out of there. The Colonel defensive unit might have moved it out, but it's on about the half-yard line now. But I'm not sure what's going on here. I don't know. Yeah, well, I tell you what's going on. The ball, after they ran the last play, the whistle was stopped. I mean, they blew the whistle, and that probably actually should have stopped the clock until they spotted it, but they didn't stop the clock, so they're going to give Marshall County one more play.
Marshall County's got the ball about the 6-inch line. They'll go for it again. Christian County players had already left the field. The coaches were halfway to the locker room. And the officials now are talking it over inside the 10-yard line.
Well, yeah, it's just my guess. I think that's exactly what happened. Is when I looked up, it was about 6 seconds on the last run there, and they blew the whistle to stop it. And I don't know if they intended the clock to be stopped at that point, and then mark it, and then crank the clock.
Well, Christian County wins the
away.
argument. Marshall County will not be happy about this.
No, now we got another man arguing.
Now Coach Shelton comes off the sidelines for the Marshals.
And he's saying, "I'm real mad now."
So that was a big play for the Colonels. They go to the locker room trailing by 10 points instead of 16 or 17. And Jim Shelton continues to state his case out at the 5-yard line. Both teams now headed for the locker room. And Marshall County has fumbled the last 2 kickoffs. They get this one out across the 32.
And they will start with good field position there. Anthony Smith returns it out to about the 31-yard line. Will be first down, Christian County. Opening the second half from the Stadium of Champions. 22-12 is the score. The Marshall County Marshals leading the Christian County Colonels.
Well, that first half ended with a little controversy, and Christian County got the best end of that. Michael Lester going to the outside, turns it back. Short gain on the play. This is the exact way Christian County started off the football game. .11:35 just underway here in the third quarter. Sweet puts it up. It's completed out of the backfield. That's Smith. He's out to about the 37-yard line before he's gang tackled. So they're bringing up third down now for Christian County. Coach Dan Goebel on the sidelines in his 18th year with the Colonel program. Lester dances his way up the middle, and he'll be about a yard short of the first down. Check that, that's Riddick that time.
George Riddick, number 22, a junior running back for the Colonels. And the Colonels, as you said, will come up short, less than 1 yard. 4th and 1. Michael Lester to do the punting for the Colonels. Can't get these eyes focused there. Did you know 8 hot dogs would affect your vision like that?
You can't take a nap on me up here. Nice punt by Lester back to the 27-yard line, and good coverage by the Colonels.
And the Colonel defensive unit, DeAndre Reeves at the nose. Bell, not Bell, but Bostic. What are you doing over, son? A little feather in your nose?
Man, I guess somebody would come in here and dust for us or something. First down and 10 for the Marshals. They give it off to Sanders. Very short gain on the play.
Marshall County opens in the wishbone set, 2 tight ends. And with 9:46, they run the straight dive back off to the right. For about 2 yards. 2nd down and 8 yards to go. Corey Hudson calls those defensive signals. He gets those from the sideline from defensive coordinator Greg Cavanaugh.
To the outside. Not much there. That'll bring up third down for the Marshals. Sanders once again.
Just underway in the second half, 8 minutes and 50 seconds in the third. Colonels trailing 22-12 to Marshall County.
Rockney has his pass picked off by Smith. He returns it to the 43-yard line.
Nice interception there by number 2, Anthony Smith, and a big turnover and a big break for the Christian County Colonels. They're going to take possession of this football down inside the Marshall County 45-yard line, about the 44. First down, Christian County. Play action pass, just a good play by number 2, Anthony Smith.
Sweet working with a single back. Lester straight ahead, gets to about the 40.
Wing back away from us to the wide side of the field. Motion man was Anthony Smith, number 2, from that wing back position, and then the straight dive play to fullback Michael Lester. 2nd down, 8 yards to go.
Not much there for Smith. That'll bring you up third down.
Colonels need to capitalize on this big break or big turnover. on the interception by Smith. This is a big play in this football game as they do trail by 10, 22-12, 7:40 remaining in the third. Colonels go to the trips formation to the wide side away from us.
Sweet back, fires it out there, caught by Bateman. He stretches and gets the first down. $7:25 to go in the third. Colonels moved the sticks. Bateman may not have had that first down until he made that lunge at the end. Of course, Bateman was the hero last week against Hoptown. Had the catch and the run that set up his tying touchdown. Smith goes in motion. They give it to Lester. He's down inside the 30-yard line.
And the flag on a play.
Let's see who that goes against. Christian County is indicating it's against Marshall County, but it will be against the Colonels.
Well, you know, if you got a flag on you, it's best to indicate it's on somebody else. But as you said, it's going to go against Christian County. 2nd and 10. And it
no,
will
actually,
go.
Marshall County, or rather the officials were a little bit confused there. They indicated Christian County, but it will go against Marshall County.
And my suspicion is Jim Shelton's giving him a little lip service over there as he was unhappy with the final play call of the first half. He attempted to get, I think we talked with people at halftime. The debate there was as to whether he got the timeout called. And as you mentioned, it's harder to get those timeouts in a football game than it is a basketball game. And with 6 seconds, he was trying to get the timeout, but didn't, and the clock runs out on him. They squander a good opportunity to get a touchdown. So.
Here comes Smith. He's got some room to the outside.
That's DeMarcus Bateman.
Check that, Bateman down to about the 6-yard line.
Christian
County's big play guy.
Big play men have not thrown the ball, but the one time that I can remember to DeMarcus Bateman had a good reception early in the football game. You look at here, the little reverse. And it looks like he may beat the Marshals to the end zone. Just a nice defensive play by somebody in the secondary for Davis County. Stack eye for Christian County.
2nd down. Lester straight ahead. He stopped at the 3.
He stopped.
But that should be enough for a first down.
Maybe. He maybe stopped at the 4.
.6:04 left to play in the third. Colonels trail it 22-12. And that will be a first down. So first down and goal from the 3-yard line. Lester right side, driving near the end zone. Colonels indicating touchdown. No official signal yet.
Football just inches away from that goal line. 2nd down and goal to go for Christian County. Stack eye.
Sweet straight ahead. He takes it into the end zone. And the Colonels cut that lead down to 4.
Right, a good touchdown. Just a quarterback sneak there by Billy Sweet with 5 minutes and 13 seconds remaining in the third quarter. And they do close within 22-18. Michael Lester on to attempt the extra point.
Some movement on the right side. May have been Marshall County. Now Christian County. They're going to go for the 2-pointer. Your goal will call for the blast.
the blast, or better known as the isolation. They'll put Larry Davey at 6'1", 235 pounds, a freshman in that backfield, along with number 44, a linebacker, fullback.
Well, check that.
Corey Hudson.
That's going to go against Christian County.
And now,
Apparently Marshall County was drawn offside, so they move it back to about the 8-yard line.
so much for the blast, but what the blast was an isolation play. They're going to try to blast one of those linebackers, and they had the two big men leading the stacked eye, and penalty does go against them, so Michael Lester will attempt the extra point.
They spotted on the 15 to 25-yard extra point. This one is low and wide to the left. So Christian County comes up short. 22 to 18, Marshall County leading with 5:13 left to play in the third quarter.
In other words, we simulate a snap, what they're saying. Who we on now, D?
Stay with us. We have UK's Midnight Madness coming up tonight at 10:30. Have an abbreviated press box. Start about 10 minutes, 15 minutes after 10 o'clock tonight.
But you guys on press box, there's a Pat Warner, Brant Douglas, and you squeeze in there for a little bit of action. You will have the scores of the Hoptown Madisonville game, Madisonville, Caldwell, Meade at Fort Campbell, Russellville, Muhlenberg. Another big game is Paducah Tillman at Union County. Those two teams are tied for first place in the 3A district that Hopkinsville also is in. Apollo and Henderson County, another big matchup. Owensboro at Davis County and Graves, and some Tennessee scores. So as my man here said, tune in to an abbreviated press box for those scores.
High kick. Marshall County can't get it. Morgan back inside the 10, and Christian County covers it up. Marshall County stopped on about the 13-yard line.
As you look at that sideline there, Greg Cavanaugh again. Try to get that defensive unit going. Hold Marshall down here and come away with some good field position as the Colonels do trail in this game by 4 points, 22 to 18, with 5:06 remaining.
Yeah, this will be a crucial series for the Colonel defense. First down and 10. Fullback straight ahead.
He's going to get out to about the 19. They're going to mark it on the 20-yard line.
Bevel takes it across the 20 to, well, actually they'll spot it back on the 19.
Bevel's 5'10" and 185 pounds. A senior for these Marshall County Marshals. Second down and really closer to 4 yards to go. Marshall comes with the one back, wings to both sides.
Bevel again. This time Christian County stops it. This Marshall County team, they have a lot more overall team speed than they did probably 5 or 10 years ago. I don't know if Coach Shelton is responsible for that, but
Oh, you think they're all his children or something? Oh, you mean some kind of running program? Oh, excuse me, I couldn't follow you there.
obviously.
I don't know. I'm sure he'd love to take responsibility for it.
Rockney gives it off tackle, and that will be close to a first down. Let's see where they spot it.
But just joking, you are correct. Marshall County's always had a lot of big kids and always played a hard-nosed brand of football. As you look at Dr. Sweet, checks out an injury on, who is that?
Quintero.
Randall Quintero. But Marshall always has had a big squad size-wise, but they have added some speed in recent years. And do lead in this game 22 to 18 with 3:38 in the third. Looks like
Reed with
Anthony
the carry.
Smith And Anthony Smith on the stop, an injured Colonel down, number 44, looks like Corey Hudson.
He gets back on his feet. 3:26 left to go in the third. Marshall County leading by 4 points. The Marshalls have Henderson County next week. Christian County will take on Graves County. Second down.
Nice defensive stop again by Christian County. Third down and short, probably 3 yards to go. Clock running with 3:05 remaining. Defensive, it looks like Fears number 51 at one defensive end. McKinney number 13 at the other. Bostic and Banks are the tackles. And DeAndre Reeves at the nose.
Corey Hudson, they've had his belt rung a little bit. Dr. Sweet checking out his eyes.
Doesn't make sense. You get your bell rung and they check your eyes. Looks like maybe your bell's rung, they check your hearing. What do you think?
They always ask you to count fingers or follow a finger around.
Yeah.
My eyes are fine, it's my head that hurts.
So I can see real good. It's all this noise I'm hearing that's bothering me, Doc. Guess it doesn't matter what kind of head injury you have as long as you can see.
Yeah.
Just joking, Doc Sweet. I know you know what you're doing there.
It's my ankle.
Yeah. Of course, when he's doing that, it could have been the old dreaded deal at Tyler. You remember the Doc Sweet story?
Well, if he didn't ask him to cough, I guess he's all right. Marshall County forced to punt it away on 4th down. Bateman will be the deep man.
And the Colonels should come away with good field position here as the clock is at 2 minutes and 17 seconds in the third. 4th down. And 1 yard to go.
It was 4th and 9.5. You moved the down marker. What was it? 4th and 12. It was 3rd and 9.5.
Confusion on the field about the distance for the first down.
Well, if it's what Coach Kavanaugh's saying, there is some real confusion. He says it was 3rd and 9.5, and right now it's 4th and 1. So either way it goes, it's a 9-yard mistake on somebody's part, either with Coach Kavanaugh or the downsman.
Short kick, Bateman debating whether to pick it up, and he's going to let this one roll down inside the 25 to about the 23, so the Colonel defense holds.
Short kick turns into a pretty good kick. What do you think about these new Christian County Marching Colonel skull pieces or hats? Hey, you see them?
Kind of like them.
I like them too.
First down and 10 for the Colonels. Riddick and Smith in the backfield, along with Corey Hudson.
And Larry Davey up front. They're going to play power football. Those two big guys lead. Anthony Smith tries to bounce it outside, but good defensive stop by the Marshals. And they're going to give them about 1 yard. 2nd down and 9 to go as Michael Lister eases into the football game. And he will replace number 40, Larry Davey.
And Billy Sweet wants a timeout.
Who called you out?
on 2nd down and 9.
Who called you out?
So let's take a timeout as well. 1:32 left to play in the third quarter. Christian County down 22-18. We'll be back at the stadium right after this.
I do want you in. I want you
Or wish they had later, as they ended up with 10 players. Some confusion, but they do call the timeout and get those things straightened. And Michael Lester gets a nice run. 3rd down and 5 yards to go. 1 minute and 7 seconds.
Hudson, look, that's his first carry tonight, and he picks up the first down.
Dobbs left.
Nice run by 44, Corey Hudson.
Dobbs left. Dobbs left.
The officials will have a timeout to measure. If my eye serves me right, the Christian County Colonels are going to come up approximately 3 inches short on this.
Yeah, they didn't get any breaks on that spot on that ball.
And as I said, first down.
Of course, right there before the half,
Yeah.
they spotted the ball in the end zone
Right.
and moved it back. So they haven't been real accurate on their spots tonight. First time I've ever seen the ball spotted in the end zone.
And then they argue for 10 minutes about a timeout.
39 seconds
First down and 10. Smith in motions. They give it off to Lester.
Not much there for Michael Lester. About 1 yard. 2nd down and 9. 25 seconds remaining. In the third quarter, this football game as Marshall County holds to the 22-18 lead over Christian County. Marshall County coming in tonight's football game with a 6-1 record. The Colonels come in at 4-3. The Colonels 2-2 in district play. Marshall County undefeated.
Sweet keeps it across the 40, spins his way to about the 42-yard line.
Like he's
That's going
gonna-
to bring up 2nd down or 3rd down and about 2 or 3 yards as the quarter comes to an end. Marshall County on top, 22-12. Check that 22-18. We'll be back right after this.
At Hopkinsville Screen Printing and Embroidery, we do all our screen printing and embroidery in-house, giving you better service, more control, and better pricing. We specialize and work for schools, factories, teams, civic organizations, and projects for Fort Campbell. When you need
Down
to...
in 3 as we start playing the final quarter. Got word that Owensboro Apollo is on top of Henderson right now, so
on top of them, and the game's over. They defeated the Henderson County football team, or on top, whatever, 27-17. So we'll have to tune in to press box to get that score.
Lester carries it. He's short, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
That's a big football game. Of course, Henderson County coming into the game undefeated in district play, along with these Marshall County Marshals, as you can look at their defensive
Oh, that
unit.
makes this game, I guess, even more important for both of these squads.
Makes it big, real big. If Christian can come back and win this game and Henderson loses to Apollo, that really tightens the standings there. Christian County 2-2 in district play.
Yeah, it takes a Marshall County bounce, and Bateman will down it at the 36-yard line. They're throwing hot dogs out that window down there. They pitch it back. Morgan on the outside, turns the corner. Bateman gets him from behind, but not until after a big gain by Jared Morgan, the senior back for the Marshals.
It's that Colonel down there.
You throwing hot dogs out, or?
Now he's throwing jugs out of there.
Reed takes it for a short gain. Bring up second down from the 36-yard line.
Over here, Newton.
Morgan in motion. Rockney keeps it, turns it back, and he has a first down. He's to the 23-yard line.
Number 34, Travis Eveling, now in the football game, is
Matt
Corey
Means
Hutchins
checks in.
out of the game. Not sure if
Banks also comes out.
as you go look at the replay, it's a nice job by Rockney to turn it back against the grain here. Had a nice hold back off to the right. DeAndre Reeves taking an angle on him. Wings to both sides, the one back set.
Bevel straight ahead into the secondary, and he drives it inside the 10.
Yeah, Larry Davey, number 40, comes into the football game, and he will replace nose tackle 55, DeAndre Reeves. Number 73, Stephen Banks, also comes in to play a little goal line defense there, and he will replace number 52, Stephen Armstrong. First down and goal to go. 10 minutes and 2 seconds remain in the game.
Rockney, touchdown!
And with 9:52 remaining in the football game, Rockney runs the keeper back away from us, off to your right to stretch this Marshall County Marshall lead to 28-18 over the Christian County Colonels. And they will come on and attempt to add the extra point, make it a 29-18 game. An 11-point difference.
Locke's kick is up, and it's good. And Marshall County goes in front, 29-18 over the Christian County Colonels.
As you look at the replay, they're rocking into the end zone for a Marshall County touchdown, and the score is 29-18 with 9:52 remaining in the game. Greg Cavanaugh discusses some strategy with linebacker number 56, Matt Baker.
Now the Colonels now looking for a comeback like they pulled on Hoptown last Friday night.
Deep for the Colonels, number 21, DeMarcus Bateman, number 2, Anthony Smith. The up man in the middle is Ebling. To the far side, number 22, George Riddick. Short man to the side is McKinney, and back away from us, the deep man is number 5, Michael Barker.
Squib kick. Barker picks it up, turns it up, and runs into a wall of Marshalls, and he's down at the 27.
I think the Colonels just breathe a sigh of relief there, as they've had a little problem with those returns. 2 fumbles on returns that Marshall County capitalized on to put scores on the board. But they hold on to this one, and Barker gets them in decent field position. They're going to be about the 27-yard line. First and 10, Christian County.
Split backs for the Colonels. Sweet, he's going to keep it. And he is hit hard at the 32-yard line.
A lot of good hitting going on out there right now. Sweet does run the keeper for a 5-yard gain. Second down and 5, Christian County. The clock continues to run. 9:25 remaining in the football game. We mentioned that Marshall County is a 6-1 football team, coming in with their only loss being a 17-7 loss in the second game of the season against the Mayfield Cardinals.
Sweet back, he stumbles, slipped on the turf as he went back.
Third down and 11, Christian County. Quintero brings the play from the sideline. Coach Dan Goebel sends that in. And Quintero will stay in the football game and replace 44 Corey Hudson.
Sweet back, hits Lester coming out of the backfield. Michael Lester is stood up at the 30-yard line.
Number 67 into the football game offensively, playing a little right guard. That's Zach Tucker, the right side of this Christian County offensive line. Zach Tucker, 220 pounds, along with Josh Pollard. Fourth down, Lester back to punt.
Line drive punt, fielded at the 44-yard line, and Morgan hits a knee, so that's where they'll spot it. Colonels will have to make something happen on defense now.
Exactly
they
right.
trail 29-18.
Marshall County, of course, the kind of football team that can run a lot of clock off on you because they keep the football on the ground. Of course, Rockney has shown the ability to throw that football, and they've been able to throw some into the hook zones and have not thrown the ball long, but
nice hole on the left side, and
as long as they can
big
run
gain
for a 9-yard clip, just like they did on the straight ahead play, they'll keep that clock running with 7 minutes and 40 seconds remaining in the game. It's going to be second down and 1 yard to go for Marshall County. As you look at the sideline there, I think Michael Lester is cramping up.
Take it off there.
Old number 24, Ronnie Jackson, out with a little bit of a twisted knee himself. Comes over and asks Micah how he's doing. And we have another Colonel down.
got a man down on the field, so let's take a break. 7:06 left to go in the game. Field at about the 42-yard line.
Dr. Sweet looking him over, and he's, you know, I'm not sure what the injury is. He's working that leg like not sure what the injury might be. Michael Lester, who was cramping up, is up and moving around now on this sideline. But
number 22, George Riddick, is the man down for the Colonels.
I think George may have the same problem, some leg cramps.
Oh, looks like he may be working on his neck or something.
Well, I don't think it's really anything serious. But the fact if they've got him setting up, and he's gonna come to the sideline. We've had a rash of injuries there as Michael Lester was down. George Riddick went down almost spontaneous to that, and then our expert sideline cameraman Hawk Allen came up with some kind of growing pull. So I don't know if anybody will attend to him or not, but the players are being attended to. So I don't know.
Like Hawkeyes cramping up, just all the catfishing before the game. So Marshall County now with first down and 10. 7:06 left to play in the game. Marshall's trying to put this one out of reach. 6:55 left to go. Man in motion. They pitch it back. Here comes Reed. Tries to get to the outside, and Barker drops him at the 23. But that is another first down for the Marshalls.
Dr. Jim Jury has dropped in. He's wanting to know who ate all those hot dogs. Hey, I'm not admitting anything. I think Brian Yard had 8. Actually, they must not be eating very good in Marshall County because, man, those guys was wolfing those hot dogs down.
They act like they've never seen
But
hot
we
dogs
do,
before.
as we already have. Thank Dr. Jury, Clyde Wallace, Wayne Wright, Jim Perrin, and the whole crew for their hospitality, and had a nice little setup for the coaches and the media type people for halftime. We drank a few sodas and ate a few hot dogs.
Get in there, Corey.
We do appreciate that. We love to do these games at the Stadium of Champions, and we'll be back here in 2 weeks. Next week, as you mentioned, we're going to be in Clarksville to do Clarksville Academy. And then the week after, we'll be back here with Pat Gates, the Caldwell County Tigers, coming here to do battle with Christian County. So we look forward to that.
Rockney tries to run the option to the right side. He slips and crawls for a couple of yards. That's going to bring up third down.
Another score, Madisonville North, or those old nasty Maroons, as we call them, beating the Hopkinsville Tigers 21-7. So we also somebody told us earlier that Apollo was defeating Henderson 27-7. So this is a big matchup, and the clock's running here, and Marshall County has the big 29-18 lead. So if Marshall can hold to this lead and Henderson loses, the Marshalls will be in sole possession of first place in this district.
Nice run by Reed as he gets down inside the 3-yard line.
And then that, with my figure served me right, would that not be Marshall in first place, Henderson second,
Yeah, they're
Apollo a solid third, and Christian in fourth?
Yeah, Marshall County and Christian and Henderson County rather came into this game 3-0 in the district.
So if things
Marshall
stay
County
like
looking to
others,
go
it'll be
4-0 and
Marshall, Henderson, Apollo, and Christian. Of course, 4 teams make the playoffs. Christian County would love to get out of that number 4 spot, is the way things look right now. The number 1 ranked football team in the state, Nelson County, will be the opponent for the 4th place team in this district. So Christian would love to bump up to 3rd place too. But there's still
Christian
games
County.
down the road. You know, if there could still be upsets, but with 4:58 and Marshall lead 29-18, it's looking more like a Marshall County victory.
Got a timeout on the field. Let's take a break. Marshall County on top, 29-3.
God damn.
And Marshall County gets it.
Straight ahead there, they break that bone. They've kind of stayed with the bone inside the 20. They break that bone, go to a wing off to the right there, and then run the straight dive play ahead. And with 4:54, they kind of drive a stake into the heart of these Christian County Colonels and do jump out 35-18.
Locke will be on attack on another PAT. This one's up. And it's good.
And almost
So
kicked,
36-18.
almost kicked out of the stadium there. A good leg. 4:54 remaining, 36-18. The Marshalls will go 7-1 on the season and remain undefeated in district play. Christian County Colonels will go 2-3 in district play and 4-4 on the season. And we'll do battle with Graves County next week.
Yeah, Christian County will be hosting Graves County right here at the Stadium of Champions next Friday night.
And then, as we mentioned, however appropriate, Caldwell County and Pat Gates will be in here on Halloween night.
You think Gates will be in costume that night?
He might be. What do you think?
Travis Ebling handles the kickoff at the 25, and he'll bring it out near the 35-yard line.
And Christian County and Billy Sweet onto the field. Billy's been the quarterback all season, the #1 man and a junior. Michael Esther back at the lone back.
Sweet back, looking. Completes it out of the backfield to McKinney. That'll be a gain of about 2.
Actually, I think McKinney might have come from the tight end spot there. Just a little short out pattern. And actually, a 1-yard loss on the play. Second down and 11 for Christian County. 4:20 remaining in the football game. Matt Baker breaks the huddle.
He said 11. It's 9.
Sweet back. This one is broken up. Right into the hands of Matt Holt that time. So third down now for the Colonels.
There you see it, 4:06 remaining. 3rd and 9 for Christian County, trailing 36-18 to Marshall County. Again, we remind everybody to tune in 10:15 for an abbreviated press box and get those Tennessee and Kentucky scores. A lot of big games in the area.
Yeah, we'll have highlights tonight of that Hoptown-Madisonville game, plus Caldwell County and Webster County. And on the Tennessee side, Kenwood taking on Maplewood, and also Northwest in a homecoming game tonight. Highlights of all of those coming up on Press Box.
And what about tomorrow? You think you might have a little something on those Wildcats as they go to battle with LSU?
Big game for UK. Chance to kind of redeem themselves after losing at Arkansas. Chance to be the top 25 team.
And if they want to go to some kind of bowl game, they need to be winning some of those games. As you get a look at the Christian County offensive unit there, number 78 is big Josh Pollard, senior offensive tackle. 13's McKinney. Of course, Michael Lester, called his name all season and all night long as he's a two-way performer. Both offense and defense for Christian County. Does the punting for him. And big 73, Stephen Banks, 270 pounds. Bostic in your picture there is number 50. Number 52 is Stephen Armstrong. And Coach Dan Goebel in his 18th season as the head man at Christian County. And they are in their 37th, Christian County, in their 37th season of football. So Dan Goebel's been their head man almost half of those years. So quite a long tenure. 4:03 remaining in the football game.
Fourth down, Sweet back, throws it out of the backfield, and Ebling can't get a handle on it. And Marshall County will take over on downs with just under 4 minutes left to play. Well, Christian County will look back at this game and think about that kickoff return they gave up and those 2 fumbles on kickoffs. And
Right, that's 21 points. Of course, you can do the math and subtract that. It's a different ball game, but as we always say, those fumbles and interceptions and kickoff returns and all those things kind of figure in the mix. So they were key. Of course, little Sanders, Doc Sanders, longtime head man down in Marshall County. His son did take the opening kickoff the distance to give them a 7-0 lead. Colonels fought back and got right back into the game. As you look at Newt Rockney's great-grandson, that's new man in there now, isn't it?
Brad Smith takes it around the right side. In there at quarterback
So,
now
16.
is Mark Henson. He's a sophomore.
That's Hillbilly Henson's great-grandson.
Henson 5'7", 190. Clock winding down. 2:42 left to play in this one. Fumble on the play, and I believe Henson fell on it.
As you look at the key man, or the keynote, I like to call him. He's what we call a man that leads the band. Leader of the band?
That'd be good.
Whatever. I apologize for not knowing those kind of things, but that is Chris Key, who is field commander.
That's
field
right.
commander for the Christian County Colonel Band.
Nice hit in there by Corey Hudson, and also number 50, James Bostic.
Chris Key, also a member of Coach David Joyner's Christian County Colonel Final Four baseball team.
Yeah, he's about as well-rounded as any student they have over the Christian County, I'd imagine.
Right. A little first base for the baseball team, and field commander for the Colonel Marching Band. So
Sweet going deep, and this one is picked off by the Marshals. That's Rockney, and he takes it out of bounds inside the 35-yard line. So 1:50 left on the clock.
as you get a look at the replay, ball just a little underthrown and not much there, but Marshall defenders. And with 150, as you mentioned, they will take over on the 34-yard line. A lot of young players in from Marshall County. They'll run the clock out. Go with the full bone in that backfield. Straight ahead down to the 31-yard line.
Matt
Oh,
Maselli, short gain.
They're going to mark it about the 33.
And just a reminder, coaches and cheerleader sponsors and just Colonel football fans, don't forget about the Athletic Center at Brickyard Plaza on North Drive in Hopkinsville, and also on main streets in Princeton and Madisonville. They'll take care of all of your athletic wear needs.
Hey, been by over there at the Brickyard Plaza. Nice place of business. You need to check it out.
I believe some of the Colonel coaching staff had some shirts made over there.
Hey, Is that where you had that nice shirt made that you gave me last week?
Sure enough.
Hey, they do excellent work.
So 48 seconds left to go in this one. Christian County will drop to 2 and 3 in district play.
4 on the season. Full bone with 34 seconds. Double tight ends. And an attempt at the triple option, but no dice. As
Josh Comperry with the tackle.
Comperry gets him a tackle for a loss.
And that should be the last play of this football game. Once again, we have Press Box coming up tonight during News Watch at 10. And then UK's Midnight Madness live from Lexington coming up tonight at 10:30. So you'll want to stay tuned for both of those. The final score tonight, Christian County falls to the Marshall County Marshals 36-18. Christian County will be back in action next Friday night as they will take on Graves County here at the Stadium of Champions in another crucial district game for the Colonels. And it'll probably be a must-win situation for Christian County. And we'll be over at Governor Stadium next week as Clarksville Academy will take on Davidson Academy in a region game. For Mickey Fowler and all of our staff, I'm Brian Yount. Thanks for joining us tonight.